We are joined via Skype by Ndi Eugene Ndi, the managing editor of the NewsWatch Newspaper. He joins us from Gabon's neighbour, Cameroon. Eugene, thank you so much for joining us on the Globe. The situation on the ground as we speak, what can you tell us?
Thank you. Good evening, and thanks for joining me here. Yeah, it is not clear what the situation on the ground is right now. The government is claiming that the situation is under control, but there are hints of a standoff because anti-Bongo activists are claiming that if the situation was normal as the government claims, the government would not have proceeded to switching off the internet. So they think that by claiming that the situation is under control, the government is only trying to give the impression of normalcy, which is not the actual situation on the ground as we speak this evening.
Now, who exactly contained the coup attempt earlier today?
Well, absolutely, it's the military, especially the Republican Guards, where the coup plotters themselves served. The government hasn't communicated more on that, but we know that the Republican Guards, the colleagues of or former colleagues of those who plotted the coup, contained the coup earlier today.
Now, let's speak about the issues at hand. How did they manage to sort of attempt this coup without anyone realizing what was happening?
Well, the first thing is that, you know, it took part in the early hours of the morning, and you know, many people were still sleeping. They took the radio hostage at about 4 a.m. local time, and by then most people were still sleeping. So it was very easy for them to have their way through. So it was the timing in itself already showed that they could succeed, because it wasn't in a day that you think that there will be so much security or so many people moving around to see what they are doing. But it's only after the announcement they met on radio that people were aware of what was going on.
Now, Eugene, there's been talk of a number of soldiers, about 4 or 5 soldiers who were involved, and 2 lost their lives in the thwarting of this coup attempt. How many soldiers were exactly involved in this coup attempt this morning?
Well, we cannot say exactly how many, but the government says that 7 have been arrested and two have been killed. Meaning there were 9, but since the site of the plotters, they have not even given any statement for us to know. We can only base our opinion on the number given by the spokesperson of the government, who made a declaration earlier, and he said 7 have been arrested and 2 suspects have been killed, meaning there were 9.
Now, in terms with regards to the president of Gabon, has there been any indication as to when he is returning or will be expected to return to the country? Well,
the president spoke on TV on the 31st of December in a televised New Year message. From his look, he was frail, and then from the message, the way he spoke, you could read some slurred speech, which showed that the president was still very sick. He has not recovered. He told Gabonese that he has gone through a difficult period, but that he is recovering and is hoping to come back soon. But that soon is what we don't know yet, and it is not clear that he may come back anytime soon.
Eugene, thank you so much for joining us. We'll leave it there for now. It is a developing story and that we will be watching very closely. That is Ndi Eugene Ndi, and he is the managing editor of the NewsWatch Newspaper, and he was joining us via Skype from Gabon's neighbour, Cameroon. Time now for a quick break. More news when we return on The Globe.